Cambridge roommate stresses Eddie Howe's problems at Newcastle. As housemates, Dimitar, Mitov and Joe Ironside often spend their weekend evenings analysing their displays in Cambridge United's first team. In that respect, Saturday night was nothing out of the ordinary. What was rather more unusual, however, was that they got to pore over their performances by watching the first game on. That does not happen often when you are 16th in Sky Bet League One. Stationed at opposite ends of a sold-out St James Park, Mitov and Ironside were Cambridge's FA Cup heroes as Mark Bonner's side pulled off a shock to rank alongside the best upsets in this grand old competition. Lining up against the richest club in the world, Cambridge deservedly emerged victorious in front of their 5,000 jubilant fans. Ironside, 28, is no stranger to St James, as he had visited Newcastle United's ground on a number of occasions during his youth to gaze adoringly at Alan Shearer. Born in Middlesbrough, but raised a Sheffield United fan thanks to his goalkeeper father, Ian, Ironside readily admits he has based his attacking game on Shearer. Newcastle's all-time record goalscorer would have been proud of the instinctive finish that settled the game, with Ironside pouncing on a loose ball inside the 18-yard box before swiveling to sweep home, and Shearer was at the forefront of Ironside's mind as he cavorted in front of the Lees' end. It panned out how I dreamt it, Ironside said. Alan Shearer was my hero. Now I have scored the winner at St James Park. It was a dream come true to play here and get the goal. It's a day we will never forget and never want to end. Players and fans won't forget it for a long time, and it was wonderful to be part of it. We came here, and it worked perfectly. It was meant to be. VR seemed to go on forever, but when was confirmed, I was buzzing. That Ironside's second-half strike proved decisive was largely down to two remarkable saves from Mitov that came at the end of each half. With the first he tipped Jacob Murphy's sweetly hit strike onto the crossbar, while the second, deep into stoppage time, resulted in Joelinton's header being diverted over the goal. Born in Bulgaria and a former captain of his nation's under-19s team, Mitov, 24, played for Charlton Athletic before joining Cambridge in 2017. When the Newcastle fans clap you after making a save, you know you've done something pretty good, he said. That's my job. I'm there to save them. I'm glad I made a couple of really good saves, but I'm just one of those goalkeepers. I love my job. I love diving around like an idiot. It's the best job in the world. Bonner probably felt his role was decent too, with the childhood Cambridge fan leading his hometown club to one of their greatest wins. Having first joined the club as part of their football in the community team, Bonner initially worked with the under-8s before eventually being appointed first-team coach in 2018. Bonner was put in temporary charge after Colin Calderwood left in January 2020, but the COVID-19 pandemic meant he had to wait 6 months for his first game as permanent manager. He has been making up for lost time, though, guiding his side to promotion from League Two last season and successfully keeping them away from the relegation zone in the third tier. We're really proud of the progress we've made, Bonner said. To be honest, it's happened quicker than any of us planned or thought, so now we have to be a competitive team and sustain our position in the league we're in, then keep moving forward. We have to increase our attendances, and the way we do that is by giving them a team that's worth watching. We think we're doing that. For Newcastle, the defeat will have left the club's new regime in no doubt as to the scale of the overhaul required. Signing Kieran Trippier is a start, but deep-rooted problems remain. The need for a new centre forward is chronic, with Callum Wilson's calf injury set to sideline him for 8 weeks. Alan St-Maximin, Murphy and Ryan Fraser all played as the central striker at various stages on Saturday, but that Newcastle had 24 shots without converting says plenty. There is a gap there, but everyone has to step up and fill that gap, Eddie Howe, the Newcastle head coach, said. Yes, losing Callum was a huge blow, and also losing Dwight Gayle is a huge blow as well. We're left without a recognized striker. Maxi has played in that position and played very well, but probably more in games where we're counterattacking. Here, we had to build the game more ourselves. We had to be the team that took the initiative, and that's probably something we're not really used to. Equally as alarming was the sight of players trooping off at the final whistle without bothering to acknowledge the home support that helped swell Saturday's attendance figure beyond the 50,000 mark. Trippier could be seen trying to persuade St-Maximin not to head straight down the tunnel. Their footballing efforts had been miserable, and the attitude displayed by Trippier's new teammates was no more encouraging when it comes to Newcastle's prospects of hauling themselves to Premier League safety.